Guys, we are back with the Screen Team. We are doing some movie reviews, and we're all about doing new movies, movies on DVD, and personal favorites. And this next one is a personal favorite of mine, and I've introduced it to my friend Michael here. The movie we're talking about is Animal House. Now, this is a movie that you kind of saw sparingly, right?
I mean, I think I saw a little bit of it when I was...
5?
No, literally, pathetically, when I was a teen.
Yeah.
And I think it may have been on TV or something, so I really didn't get a chance to really sit down and watch it because, you know, growing up as movie lovers, you obviously gravitate towards the classics just naturally, whether it be actors or movies or directors. Right. And this is definitely on that list because it's considered just a great comedy classic because of all the people that are in it. I mean, John Belushi and all the others.
Yeah.
I mean,
and everybody else.
No,
Tom Hulce is in it from Amadeus.
There's so many names. 1978.
Yeah,
I believe it was, and they're so young. And you look at it really is a star-studded cast, and so many of them that they weren't stars at the time. They were kind of just breaking out. Belushi was from Saturday Night Live, I believe.
Yeah, he was. You know, he was getting there.
Yeah.
Right. He wasn't the big megastar that I guess we all kind of know him as now, but this movie definitely crossed him over into that.
Yeah. So no, and then sitting down and with you, and I think part of the fun is just comedies are always much more enjoyed, especially like this with somebody. Right. I mean, this would be an awesome movie by yourself. You would laugh, you would, but with somebody, just watching that person crack up, and you know, even I'm sure you'll agree since you've seen it many times, it's still funny. You watch it over and over.
Very much so.
We had pizza. We had a great time, and
we held hands. Right.
Yes. I didn't get to second base, though.
But just to kind of go more on your point there, I remember watching Dumb and Dumber. The first time I saw it, I saw it by myself, and I was like, because I heard, like, this is a hilarious movie. I'm like, this movie is not funny at all, you know? But then I saw it again with friends.
Exactly, and it's a whole
different experience.
And it's weird, and it's interesting you say that because it doesn't matter if like Animal House or Dumb and Dumber. A lot of these movies really in theater don't do well, but they do phenomenally on video because that's commonly when people get together and watch things. You don't always go to the movies with your friends. I mean, you try to.
Yeah.
So I know like Dumb and Dumber did. I don't think it did well in theater, but it did really well on video and became literally one of the all-time comedy classics that people still quote today. Big gulps.
Big gulps, huh? Exactly.
No, but I definitely enjoyed it. It is definitely rated R.
Yeah,
it's not a family movie by any means. It's a crude movie, but it's well written. It's directed, written by Harold Ramis, who is the legend. You might recognize him as Egon in Ghostbusters, who he co-wrote too, I believe, with why did my mind just go blank? Dan Aykroyd. There. So entering, definitely it's worth to see if rated R movie is, you know, worth your watch. I mean, if it's not, don't expect it.
It's got
little kids to watch it with you.
It's got language, it's got nudity, it's got all that rated R kind of stuff in there. But my question to you is, can a movie like this be made today? And I guess what I'm trying to ask is because, you know, obviously it can because we see movies with language and nudity and stuff like that. But there are several scenes in here that are definitely not PC as far as, you know, there's a couple of scenes of sexual assault. And,
exactly.
And there's, you know, it's...
No. Well, I know this isn't PC. I think if you were a certain minority group, you can get away with things like that. But I think it all depends upon which group can get away with things. And that's unfortunate, and I'm not naming anything, but not like it was with Blazing Saddles and stuff like that. I think everybody has gone so PC now in a different direction, differently with what is equal, then I think, you know, probably not. I know there's movies like American Pie. I mean, they have sort of the same area.
Yeah.
But not like it was done back then. No, definitely not. I think too many people nowadays get offended over things instead of just laugh.
I know it's been a few weeks since we saw the film, but do you remember any scenes? Is there any favorite scenes that you liked from the movie?
Definitely one of the funniest scenes to me was the horse scene when that poor
the poor horse.
There's a dean of the school who they absolutely hate because he absolutely hates this fraternity.
Yeah,
and he wants to do anything in his power to get rid of this group because they're the rebels and they're not doing well in school. They have like a list of their GPAs. He's like 0.0, and that is one of their GPAs. And anyway, so he removes them, and they get back to them. They lead his horse. This one, well, not his horse, but this one very high prestigious student's horse who's in the military academy there, and they bring the horse into the dean's office. And his friends play a trick on this guy saying, you have to shoot the horse.
Right.
Well, it's full of blanks, but he doesn't even shoot it, and the horse ends up having a heart attack, and they think he shot him. So it's hysterical. So there are some legendary scenes in these type of movies. This movie, I don't know, the late 70s and 80s have very similar comedic feels to me, like legendary John Hughes, in his, like, whether it be Full House, which is obviously PG, but I still think, I absolutely love pretty much the area of late 70s to 80s comedies. I think that was just a great era for really, really good comedies. And they're whole list of them, in big stars like Michael Keaton, Tom Hanks in that area. Yeah, they're very well written and directed. And I don't see a lot of that quality comedic movie making anymore, which is unfortunate. It's just a different style.
Well, because I think it's more shock value now than
absolutely
than anything else.
I think you couldn't. I couldn't.
I'm smart. So. Yes.
Chalk one up for Chris.
One of my favorite scenes is the scene where they're in the cafeteria and John Belushi. And what I understood was this scene was done all ad lib. Like,
was it really?
They were like, John, just go ahead and do your thing. And he's just like going through the food line. He's like taking some, taking some Jello, eating some Jello before he goes and pays for it. And
he has a food tray that high. Just as he's taking bites of sandwiches while he's moving along.
Yeah. So we've mentioned this earlier, Michael, but obviously rated R. It's definitely not a family movie.
Yeah.
It's an adult movie, but one that I think you should probably if you're an adult, I think you should revisit it with your friends, because you'll definitely get a good laugh out of this one.
Absolutely, I agree.
Movie's called Animal House, and of course, it's one of those you can find on DVD. Michael, thanks for being on the show.
You, Chris.
Appreciate you. We'll be back next week with another edition of The Screen Team right here on KWOC.